Vernon Park Mall was a mall in Kinston, North Carolina that opened in 1969 and closed in 2021. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I'd like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for my latest mall video, defunct store, occasional throwback Thursday, or soda history. Leave a suggestion about a future video or memories of this mall. Thanks. The mall was built by Roy Poole on land that was previously the farms of the Temple and Hardy families on the west side of town at the intersection of US 258 and Hardy Road. The Vernon Park Mall opened on March 13, 1969. The original mall was shaped like a dumbbell, which featured a loft design with upper-level offices, including a walkway overlooking the main part of the mall. The mall opened with two anchor stores, Belk Tyler and JCPenney. The mall also opened with a Rose's 5 and Dime store on the back next to JCPenney. The mall also had a cafeteria to the right of the front entrance. On the outlots was JCPenney Auto Center, which was later a Firestone, a theater on the back right corner of the mall, and a small strip center with Winn-Dixie and Eckerd Drugs that opened in 1969. The mall only had 5 stores, with Butler's Shoe Store, Little Mint, and the Thrift Shop being the other 3. In 1978, the mall received its first expansion, adding a west wing including 16 shops. On November 6, 1980, the mall was purchased by Magna Properties, that then commenced a major renovation of the mall. Brody's opened on February 26, 1981. The renovation commenced shortly after when Brody's built onto the west wing. The expansion also included a reconfiguring of Rose's into a larger store, converting it from a 5 and Dime into a full discount store. This expansion was coupled with Rose's giving up its original mall frontage, so that the old part of the mall could add more inline stores. But by the 1980s onward, the local economy began to collapse. This would take a toll on the mall and region, which led to more shoppers making a 30-mile trip to Goldsboro or Greenville for better shopping options. Nonetheless, the mall managed to weather these changes for the next 40 years with solid anchors for a time and low vacancy. This was probably helped by the lack of options in the area, since very little development was built around the mall itself. This meant that while other older malls in smaller cities were falling to power centers, the mall was effectively insulated from this trend. The demographics, income, development patterns, and economics in the surrounding community would continue to drive traffic away from the mall. In fact, the city itself has lost population since 1990, while growth in the surrounding Lenoir County has flatlined. During the 1990s, the second renovation, unfortunately, was the one that stripped away many of the mall's vintage elements. This meant most notably removal of any planters or fountains, updates to exterior entrances of the malls and anchors, as well as updates to the mall entrances to the 3 main department stores. The second renovation also brought an additional junior anchor to the mall, Goodies. In 1998, Brody's closed. It would reopen as a rebranded Profits. In 2003, Rose's closed their mall location, with only part of the store reopening as a Sears Hometown in the following year. Brody's location at the mall was quite small, at a mere 30,000 square feet. and profits appeared to have expanded into the mall to provide a larger assortment. 2006, Profits was acquired by Belk and would close at the mall. Profits' sale to Belk was the next big blow to the mall. Since Belk already had a location in the mall, the former Profits would go dark. The store did, however, reopen between 2005 and 2009 as a store named Expressions. One customer mentioned that the problems that accelerated the mall's decline was started when the food court left. One customer replied, "The eating and dining places were taken out of here and you had to go outside to eat, which if we had those here, they would eat and shop, and so I think that was the beginning of the fall." Kinston's Chamber of Commerce says the main problem with the mall is that the residents of Lenoir County shop elsewhere. That's the reason the mall is declining and the stores are closing. In 2014, JCPenney would close their store at the mall, an original anchor after 47 years of operation at the mall. However, the former Auto Center location remained occupied by Firestone, which was no longer affiliated. Over a dozen stores had for rent signs and the blank windows. Stores still open included Belk, Goodies, and Thomas Jewelers. Another former customer mentioned people are going to Belk and JCPenney and other large stores in other communities, which is unfortunately a challenge to our local stores to meet the goals that they need to keep their businesses open. In 2015 or 2016, Goodies closed. It was followed by Expressions, who closed also. That same year, Sears Hometown joined the exodus and closed their store. This left Belk as the only major anchor left, which sealed off its entrance to the mall. With 3 out of the 4 anchors going dark at the mall and a general decline of retail surrounding the mall, the hopes of Vernon Park Mall continue to operate as a retail mall evaporated. In addition, the upper-level office tenants had by and large vacated. Dark hallways full of empty offices were still open to the public. In July of 2021, the mall was purchased for $2.7 million by David Sui and his wife Lois, a couple who had a history of snapping up retail properties that might be having problems or trouble in revitalizing them. In September of 2021, the entire mall was closed. Belk remains open as the only store at the former Vernon Park Mall in Kinston, North Carolina. Congratulations! You made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed or changed their names at this mall? So if your answer is 7, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what do you remember about this mall? Leave a comment or some more details that I may have missed, or maybe even a suggestion for a future mall video you would like to see. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe to Eric C. Productions. Thanks for watching.